Good morning, Internet, and Happy New Year 2023. As you can hear, it is New Year and new me microphone. The full screen? Okay. Anyways, what I will be what I will be doing today is going through a sort of casual prediction of what I think the current top 20 teams will do during year 2023. These are supposed to be some teams, I don't know what exactly they are, but I'm just gonna go through. Well, it is what it is. They're all gonna look better once I get them in there, so no worries about that. So yeah, I'm gonna go through all the lists, all the teams on the top 20 of HLTV world rankings at the moment, and I'm gonna predict how they're gonna do in the year 2023 compared to 2022. So the tiers I have here is like the teams I think are gonna make to the major final, teams I think are gonna win a title, teams that are gonna be very dangerous teams, so could do some damage and consistently go around like in top 8 to top 4, I would say. Upset run at best, teams I don't really see winning anything, but that I have giving some potential to actually upset and maybe do some damage. Worse than previous year, pretty self-explanatory, doing worse than they did this year, I mean last year. More than one roster change incoming, so teams I think might change their roster completely, disband, or have some sort of shift besides just changing one player. And no changes from 2022, teams I think will perform just as they did previous years. So, without further ado, let's, I don't remember the current ranking, so I'm just gonna follow the list. Vitality, let's start with this one. Vitality is a juicy one in my opinion, because I think they are a dangerous team. They could potentially win a title, they could make it to major final, but at the same time, they could also do much worse, because currently they don't look that great. There's something in the team that I don't think really works. They could do more roster changes than one. I think there's definitely going to be one roster change, which could be changing their IGL. But will this cause some more like changes? Really hard to say. Or then there's the option of no changes from 2022, which means they would be performing okay, showing danger, but being very inconsistent. And as it stands right now, I do think they are gonna be pretty much the same team, unless if they actually go through by changing their IGL and something very, very much within their own team. But until now, I think I'm gonna put them here. I think they might win something, they might not, but they're most likely gonna be very inconsistent in doing so. So let's see what happens. OG. I do think OG is a team that is dangerous team. However, they don't really have much going on for them at the moment. I do think they might need some changes within their team itself. I'm not sure if that's a player change or if that's a change in the way they do things. Because of this reason, I just think they are gonna be one of these teams that can upset, can go even deep. But I don't think they're gonna be finishing top 4 consistently. They're not gonna be winning titles or even going to major finals, unless if they have a very, very nice upset run. Gamer Legion. I think this is pretty similar to what OG is here. I think they are a very interesting and dangerous upset team. But funnily enough, I don't think they will be challenging the top teams consistently. They're not gonna be content of winning the titles unless they're taking some small tournaments, Pinnacle Cups, what else are there? I don't remember. So yeah, I think they're an upset team. Could do some damage, but I don't think they're gonna be worse than last year, because I think they're gonna try to continue their upwards trajectory, which would make sense. I was really surprised in the last major, and they are likely not gonna let that go. So I think they're gonna be an upset team during the season of 2023. NIP. Now this is an interesting one. This could definitely be worse than last year if things go south. They might even have to change a lot of players. But at the moment it looks like they're gonna be getting an Opper on their team, which I think is gonna be exactly what they need. And because of that, I think they're gonna be a consistent, dangerous team that is gonna be placing top 8 to top 4. The interesting thing is, I could see them winning a title. but I'm not sure if I can bank on that. I have a funny feeling this year NIP is gonna end up their dry run. It could be in something like Blast All Finals or something like that, which is not the biggest tournament there is, but still a nice tournament to take. No, I kind of want to put them in here, but I think I'm going to play it very safe and say they're going to be a dangerous team. They definitely have chances to win titles if they get a good offer and everything goes well. They could even go to major final. Not expecting that to be the case, at least on the spring season. But yeah, I'm going to put them here. I might change them later up on this category, but we'll see how it goes. Mouse. I feel like Mouse in some tournaments really overperformed my expectations. Not saying they overperformed, I just probably had way too low expectations of them. I don't think they're gonna do massive overhauls. Their team is looking quite solid at the moment. At the same time, I don't really see them being a consistent, dangerous team, but I also see them to be a little bit better than just an upset team. So I think I'm gonna put them here. No changes from 2022, which means they most likely will do just as they did previously. They're gonna show dangerous showings, they're gonna challenge the top teams, but most likely they're gonna fall just a little short of the finish line. Next we have... oh yeah, Spirit. Okay, now Spirit, I think is an interesting team. Last major, not many people from my friends groups gave much attention to this team, and I can see why. I have always had the kind of liking of Spirit. I don't know why. I think Team Spirit is an entertaining team to watch, and I really like their showing in the last major. I think they're gonna be a dangerous team, or at least an upset team. They're definitely gonna do better than last year. I don't think they're gonna do a massive overhaul of the roster. Definitely not worse than previous year. They are an upset run team, absolutely. But I do think this is a team that can find their footing and actually get in the top 8 pretty consistently. But is it enough to be... yeah, I'm gonna predict they're gonna be a dangerous top 8 team throughout the year. Furia. Okay, here's the thing. Furia has amazing players. At least some of them. Keishiroto, for example, amazing. I actually love watching Art, even though most of the time he just ends up feeding the enemy team. It's a fun team to watch. Honestly, I like them a lot. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think they are kind of at the moment where they need to make more than one roster change to make this thing work. Brazil has amazing talent pool. It's hard to say if they can utilize it. It seems like a lot of teams have few very good pieces, but no team has all the good pieces to make a major finalist or title contender team. Fury has often been dangerous team, but I have to say I think this year they're gonna be worse than previous year. They might even do more roster moves, but I don't know if they manage to do them, which is why I think Furia is gonna be performing worse than last year, sadly. Outsiders. Well, what can I say? They surprised everybody by winning the major, which I can shamelessly say I had as my winning team in my pick'ems, but I only have gold coin to show, so it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna flex with that because, yeah, I predicted something right, which means I'm smart or something. Anyways, yeah, I think Outsiders is always gonna be a dangerous team. The playstyle, Jame, and their new pieces, they're even gonna make some very nice changes. They could win a title. I'm not sure they will win a title, but I think they're gonna be a dangerous team, and even more dangerous than Spirit. So yeah, they're a dangerous team. I would predict them to be in top 8 most of the tournaments they attend. Fnatic. Fnatic. In my eyes, Fnatic is a difficult one to predict. I don't think there's gonna be lots of roster changes. They have actually pretty solid team that's growing. So I don't think they're gonna be worse than last year. Nope. Upset run at the best. I think they're either gonna be a team that's only going for upsets, or they're gonna be pretty much as they were last year, which already was on this tier. So I think I'm gonna leave them here. I think they have potential to be a dangerous team, but I think they're gonna be rather stagnant still during this year, figuring things out. And it's gonna be 2024 when Fnatic is finally gonna be finding the consistency to be a consistent, dangerous team. Sprout? Sprout is the kind of team that I would expect that they're gonna be either on the same level, which is, well, they're an upset team, but not a consistent upset team. They might even do a little bit worse. They could do a little bit better, but I think they're not gonna be doing much differently. They're gonna be hanging in the top 20, causing some damage, but that's about it. Bad News Eagles. Okay, this is a tough one. I love watching Bad News Eagles. They're a fun team to watch. But I cannot say that they're gonna be anywhere in these ones. I don't even think that they are a team that's gonna be an upset team. I think they're gonna be a team that can upset individual matches, but I don't think they're gonna be upsetting a tournament level. I think they're gonna need some sort of changes to make an impact, which could even be the change that they would just attend more Tier 1 tournaments and get more practice and exercise. Because in the last major, they were doing an amazing job, in my opinion, even though they, well, didn't get that far, let's face it. But just seeing how they managed to beat FaZe already in a best of 3, that shows that they have talent, skills, and the mentality to perform well. But on top of my head, I can't really say that I would know what kind of changes they would need to make. I think they're gonna be one of these teams that are gonna be pretty similar to last year. They most likely might change one player, maybe even 2 players. But right now, I think all they need is more experience, and this is a good year to get the experience to become a upset or even dangerous team in the 2024, so 1 year forward. Heroic. Heroic's always gonna be a dangerous team. They can definitely win tournaments, and they could potentially make the major final again. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think 2023 was their year and their best chance to ever win a major. But I do think Heroic is gonna win another title this year. They most likely strike in the early season, so spring season. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're gonna win a title this year. I just don't think it's a major final where that's gonna happen. Or I'm not sure they even make it to major final. Cloud9. Another team I would definitely say has the chance to win a title. I don't think they're gonna make a major final. They seem to crumble underneath the pressure, and yeah, that's kind of the thing. They crumble under the pressure when it comes to majors, I've noticed. But a little bit smaller tournament, I think they have what it takes to win a title. They're a skilled team, experienced team, and when they do one roster change, that might change everything. However, I think the roster change they're about to make might even make them a worse team as they are right now, because they seem to be changing their loyal support player who's doing an amazing job in his role. So it's gonna be a hit and miss. Either they're gonna be winning a title or they're gonna do worse than last year. But I do think they can make it work. So I'm gambling and saying Cloud9 is gonna be win a tournament. Astralis. Okay. Knowing what they have right now, I don't think they're gonna be changing more than one player tops. But they definitely could. They could boot Sipnix and Bass, making it total of 2 moves. But most likely it's gonna be one of those 2 only. Can they do worse than last year? Absolutely not. Will there be no changes from last year? No, I do think they're gonna perform much better. but I don't think they're a dangerous team. I think they're an upset team at best at the moment, unless Buzz really shows up and elevates them on a dangerous level with the additional device. I don't think they're gonna be winning any titles or so, but they definitely can do an upset. I would say they are more likely to do an upset than Gamer Legion, but that's about it. Navi. They are currently looking for a fifth, the stable fifth player. Sam Dayan is pretty much already kicked out, from what I understood. And NPL, I think that's the way he's currently wanting his name to be pronounced, is joining in. Not sure if that's gonna be lasting roster change or if there's gonna be more in the future. I don't think they're gonna do worse than last year though. Like last year, they were a good team, and I think the spring season is gonna be a little bit rough for them. But during this year as a whole, I think they're gonna win a title. And given it's Navi, I think they're gonna go to major final at least once. I'm not saying that they're gonna win it, but I do think they're gonna go to major final. And that's all going on the merits that Blade is an amazing coach, and I think he can make it work. If NPL fits in well with the team, this team is very dangerous and potentially a major winner this year. But time will tell. Team Liquid, North America's biggest hope for winning a tournament, I would say. This is a team I think is gonna be a dangerous team. We're gonna see Team Liquid on top 8 to top 4 very frequently. But will they be able to end their dry season? I think this is kind of like NIP for me. I think Team Liquid has very good chance to end their dry streak this year, since they seem to be improving a little by little each tournament they attend. And I do think this is the year where Team Liquid finally wins a title. I believe they have a little bit higher chance than NIP. That's why they go to this category instead of NIP, who's staying as a dangerous team. G2. Now let's be honest. This team could go to major final. Team could win a title. This team could be a dangerous team. But they could also be much worse than last year, which would be incredible given they missed a major. They end the year with a very high note by winning Blast World Finals. But that's about it. I don't think they're gonna be going any higher than that if they're not making some significant changes in either their roster or approach to the game. I also don't think there's gonna be more than just one change. I still think they're gonna be changing Hooksy out, unless if they're banking that they can continue what they did in the Blast World Finals. So I'm gonna say at the moment I think they're gonna be pretty much the same team as last year. They have the dangerous potential of winning titles, but they have actually they really have to work hard to get there. Because I think they are still the team that could also bomb out on the last place. Heck, I can't even say for sure that they would be overall averaging a better overall ranking from last year. Sure, I don't think they're gonna miss out a major this year, so in that sense they're gonna do better than last year. But I do think they're pretty much the same. Inconsistent team, and they might try roster moves, so I think it's gonna be, at least the spring is gonna be pretty much the same. Let's see how it goes in the autumn season, hard to say, but yeah, I think it's safe to say no really changes from 2020. FaZe. I think what's gonna happen with FaZe is that the Rain is gonna take his leave. He's been talking about taking a longer leave, which is completely fine. This could definitely make them a worse team than previous year. However, I think they're gonna be looking for a young, promising replacement for Rain, who kind of gets foot in the door, and with the lead of Carrigan is gonna be, well, potentially a new superstar, or at least a very steady level anchor or support or entry or whatever role he's needed to kind of fill in, which could actually very well for them, because when Rain finally retires, then they have a backup player waiting there already. And I think that the drive to do well in a team like FaZe underneath all these amazing players is gonna be ensuring that we are gonna see FaZe in another major final. I just have no doubt about that. I think they are a team that we should see in a major final this year. And I could totally see them winning it again. Who knows? Big. Ooh, yeah, I completely forgot about Big because it was hiding here. To me, Big is a team that's always a team that can upset individual matches, but they're never really reaching the level of being a dangerous team in a consistent manner. I think this year is gonna be rough for them. They're gonna do worse than last year, and this is gonna be the wake-up call German CS is gonna need. And what is gonna happen? I think Big is gonna have at least 2 player changes happening throughout the year. Not entirely sure which ones these changes might be and who might be kicked out, but I do think they're gonna need to shake things up. And oh, what? Sorry about that. That was my timer. Anyways, I think they really need to look if they wanna keep the team as a German only, or if they wanna open it up for an international player. Like maybe they can look some promising players from neighboring countries. There's plenty of countries out Germany where German is spoken, so I think they're gonna have to expand their scope a little bit to make this team work better than it's working right now. Finally, hence a team always close to my heart. Yeah, spring season last year was amazing, and the autumn season was not so amazing, but there's promise there. I think this team is definitely gonna do better than last autumn. But will it be reaching the level of the last spring when they were a dangerous team? Unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna be a consistent top 8 finisher, but I think they're definitely a team that has the highest potential of all these teams I have in the upset category to make an upset and make it work and actually win something proper. Now, I don't know if this is gonna be happening in a big tournament or small tournament. Heck, maybe they finally managed to win the Elisa Masters tournament or something like that. I hope that's gonna come back at least. But yeah, something like that. I think they might absolutely win it. They could even upset in a major and go in top 4 finish. But I don't see them winning any tournaments, especially a major. So yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, that's kind of like my prediction of the top 20 teams for the year 2023. Once the year has passed, maybe we can check if I actually made any right moves here. Of course, major final, I think 2 more teams could be added here just because there's going to be 2 majors a year. But which 2 teams these would be? On top of my head, I would have to say G2 and on a good day Vitality, on a not so good day Liquid, Heroic, maybe even NIP, but I don't think so. I think this is pretty much a good list. These 2 teams, they're definitely gonna win a title in my prediction. And I would like to see them in a major final. I think we will see them in a major final this year. I think Heroic, Cloud9 and Team Liquid, they all have a good chance to win a title. I don't think all of them will actually, just because it's 3 different teams and we already have these 2 here. Might be there's only gonna be 1 or 2 teams who's gonna be winning titles this year. But I think these 3 teams have very good chance to win a title. That's why they're here. And I think that's where their potential is leading them to this year. Dangerous teams, let's see, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Top 8. Yeah, that's pretty much how I see these teams going right now. Any of these teams can be replaced from any of teams from here, except maybe not, move the order, like from order from left to right. The chances go highest to the lowest of actually replacing these teams here. Who knows? Upset run at best. Yeah, looks about right. Worse than previous year. Sorry, Fury. I think this is gonna be a down year for you. After which you're gonna have to do some Brazilian magic, figure out a good roster, and maybe next year's gonna be their year. I just don't think this year is gonna be doing well for them. Big, I'm sorry. I think you're gonna have to change your roster a little bit, especially now that Dust 2 is gone. Something just needs to change if they wanna actually compete. And Vitality G2, I think they're gonna be very inconsistent still. Might come some roster changes, but I think they're gonna be pretty similar to what they were last year. Potential, but inconsistency. Mouse, Fnatic, I think they're gonna be consistent top 10 to 15 teams. Very, very good potential to upset individual matches, but overall I don't think they're gonna be winning much tournaments. And Bad News Eagles and Sprout, I think these two will offer some entertaining CS, but I don't think they're gonna be going too far this year either. So yeah, that's pretty much my prediction for the year 2023. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you agree with my statements, let me know. I'm really curious to hear how you are doing yourself, how you predict this is gonna go. I'm also gonna be saving this template, posting it on Twitter, so you can all fill it yourself. I'm gonna leave the link in the comment down below. If I'm allowed to even post links, I don't know. I don't think so. Small YouTuber problems. Anyways, you can find it from my Twitter. And feel free to fill it up yourself. I'm actually very curious to see how you feel this is gonna go. And at the end of the year, we can see which one of us was right, which one was wrong. But until then, or hopefully not until then, until the next time, I will see you and hope you all have a pleasant early year. Take care.